I won't stay long. Okay, so what if I told you this was my business model? Like legit. What if I told you this exact thing is my entire business? This little photo you see right here, this drawing, this sketch is my exact business model right now. And it probably don't make a lot of sense to you, but we gonna draw it together again. And I'm gonna show you how I achieve this. And welcome back again, guys. This is my channel. This is just how I talk about the business of what we're doing. We cover a bunch of stuff on this channel, like self-improvement. We cover like business. And we just cover a lot of things of how you can scale up your life and basically just not overdo it, you know. I just love business, bro. I like sharing what I do. I like making people happy. I don't just like do business for money, if you understand. Obviously, like I'm going to do business for money because that's important. But I like to have a reason why I do business, if you understand. Like I want my company to mean something. And I know you guys can't see it now. However, this entire thing will be explained very soon and you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about, right? This full sketch here, this sketch by itself is how I was able to generate this exact thing. So this was how I was able to generate 81K in 2023, bro. That sketch that I'm showing you, like this little sketch. And it's quite insane when you actually realize how this is and you'll be like, oh, how can you make so much money from this drawing or whatever? But here's how, right? So first we want to start off and we gonna basically, I'm gonna show you from scratch how we do this back and forth. And I'm gonna show you how my business work back and forth. And I'm also gonna show you how you can also do it too. Just as a regular person, it doesn't even matter, bro. Like, don't even look at the fact that I just show you that. And it's not impossible. I feel like anybody can achieve it. You just need like a plan. You just need just a model on how to execute, right? So first we start off here as me. So this is me right here. And then here we have investors, right? So we're going to have just a bunch of other people, bunch of random people. We're going to draw them here and draw a next guy here. And we're going to call these guys investors, right? So investors can be basically anyone who believe in what you're doing. So an investor can be anyone who just give a shit about what you're doing. Anyone who willing to support what you're doing and willing to just actually give you money towards a specific thing that you're doing. That's basically an investor, right? So we're going to highlight here, call these guys investors so you can see it for yourself. And then on this end, what we're going to have over here is we're going to have another group of people, right? So we're going to go back on, you're going to see like, after I finish with this, it's going to look exactly like the one I just showed you up there, right? So we have another group of people here. And we're going to call these guys customers. And we're going to also highlight this. And you're going to find it cool. Again, it's quite insane when you realize how this works. And it's quite insane when you see what happened. So my business overall is Turo. I do Turo, which is cars. So what we do is I rent cars to people. And I basically offer a car to them so that they can come and enjoy their vacation and just ride around the neighborhood or anywhere else or the entire state, whatever they want to do when they rent a car, right? Like, you know what people do when they rent a car. When you rent a car, you know what you do. So it's just the same thing goes for these same people, right? So how this works is, let's bring out the pen again. So how this works is the business model is designed where I used to buy all these cars and I used to buy cars myself and then just rent it back to people. And it was a crazy thing because my business model was me buying a bunch of cars and then renting it to people on Turo, right? And Turo is like a great platform, bro. It allows you to just rent your car to anyone and it allows you to just create a business just from scratch, right? Just by you having a car on the platform. So because I was buying all these cars myself and just basically paying for all these maintenance of the cars, paying for like anything basically needs to be done on the car, because I would buy these cars just like straight out cash, right? So the crazy part to me is I just wasn't able to make a lot of profit because I was paying for a bunch of expenses when it come on to insurance for the car, registering the car, and then have a bunch of mechanical problems. If stuff come up and if something happen, you're at fault. So I was paying for all these cars myself, right? So how I was able to transform the business for it to make sense is I got investors, right? Which is, I just got a bunch of people who believed in what I was doing and actually give a shit, right? That's what we define investors as, right? So how I got these people to invest, it wasn't with money. However, it was with cars, because the nature of the business is cars, right? So I had these people give me cars. So this is how we go and draw the arrow. So my investors now, they gave me cars, right? So we go right, give car. Yeah, let's like fix that A right there. All right. And what's so cool is once they gave me cars, so imagine me finding a group of people who's willing to give me cars. And it's kind of insane because an investor can be anybody else. Like it could be somebody else who do Turo as well, or it could just be a random person who just want to make some extra money on the side and they just want to buy a car and they want to give it to me and they want me to rent it out for them. That's the model. That's the model of the business. Insane, right? And how I was able to do this was I took the car from the investor, and then what I did, I also rented the car, that same car, I rented the car to the customers, right? Here, I would have rent car because that's what we did. So as soon as they gave me the car, I gave the customer. I rented it to the customer. And then what happened? The customer now booked the car. So once I have it listed on Turo and I have it like visible for customers and Turo do all the marketing and all that stuff, that's pretty cool. They basically booked the car. And once they booked the car, you know what they did? They also paid money for the car. So we're going to change this to like a green. And once they paid the money for the car, what I do now, I have a 60-40 percentage split. I have like a 60-40 percentage split, right? And then this 60-40 percentage split, I basically create this split for me and my investors. And then what I've done now, I pay back my investors money from the split itself. This basically allowed me to not buy any cars anymore, right? I was able to just not buy any more cars. Or let's zoom it out so you guys can see it properly. So yeah, I wasn't able to, I stopped buying cars because I kept getting cars for free, right? And if you guys can look on here, I'll show you how much cars we scaled up to. I'm going to show you in 1 minute, right? So imagine doing this over and over and over again. So imagine this business model right here. All you have to do is just convince these guys. If you can convince these guys to basically just believe in whatever you're doing and believe in whatever you feel like is just possible for you, you can always make this 60-40 split without doing nothing. All you're doing is the actual work, right? The actual work of renting the car, managing the car, taking pictures, booking it, delivering it to customers, cleaning it when it comes back again. You're just doing all that stuff, and then they're just supplying you with the car, and then you're supplying them again with value. All of this stuff that's happening right here, I call it value. So once I'm giving them value, they would continuously invest in the business, right? And then what am I giving to these guys as well? I'm giving these guys value as well, because what would happen is they're renting cars from me. They're coming on their vacation. They're doing basically everything it takes. Like they just want a good car for their vacation, right? They want a good car for their families. They want to be able to do things. They want to be able to just enjoy themselves. It's insane because this is just my entire life right here. So let's see how close we got it to look like the one at top, right? Insane. So look at that. So we drew the same exact picture, just like that. So you see for a fact, you probably can understand how this, like this probably make more sense to you now from the last one. So, cause I try to explain it as we go along, right? So it's insane when you realize that this entire thing is a business model. If you want to realize how to do this for yourself, or if you find this interesting, we created like a community where you no longer have to like go out your way to who you gonna convince. This is the hardest part, by convincing these guys, right? Convincing these guys. This would be the hardest part of this equation right here. And we solved that problem by creating a community that we basically allow people to come in. And if you already do Turo, or if you're interested in Turo, or if you want to join or be a part of it, you can just come in and just try to meet some of these people. And then what could happen is, if you want to start your entire Turo business or something, or if you want to just make passive income by sending cars to these guys, because that's the crazy part too. Some of these guys actually do Turo as well, and they do the same thing that I do, where they would manage the car for you and they would pay you out. So it's just insane to me when I see how that work, and it's insane to me when I see that, like, yo, people are not realizing this insane opportunity, right? So this is the entire business model. This is how I'm currently running my business right now. Yeah, there's a few more components to it, but I just like, it's more complex. If you join the community, and I can tell you more about it, and then you will see for yourself. However, like, I hope you guys can understand how this work in the modern day, because this right here changed my life. Basically changed my life. It's just insane when I realize how this shit works, but it worked really good. Okay, so look at this right now. So now, because of that same business model I did over and over and over again, I was able to scale up to about 30 cars, bro, right? So I scale up to 30 cars, and now we have 30 cars listed on the platform. Next time I do a video again, it's going to be about 39 cars, or probably about, 35 cars, and then 39. So we're going crazy. So this summer we should have an insane summer, but just by renting out all these cars and providing value to the customers, or to the investors who gave me these cars. So yeah, that's my entire business just right here, and that's exactly what I do. And I do all this shit while on self-improvement, while going to the gym consistently, working out consistently, running consistently, just being super productive, and just trying my best to like stay competitive in this world, you know? If you guys find value from this, or if you see like this being a cool thing, I genuinely think that you should join this community, bro, and just be a part of it. Just be a part of the community. Just come in and see what we do, and come in and see what we're talking about there, you know? But yeah, this is my entire business model, bro. And I feel like it's pretty cool, you know, because people don't really understand that you basically can make the same amount of money that a person with like a rental property or some shit, like with houses. You can just make the same shit with cars. One time these were all liabilities. Cars were liabilities. But now they're like assets. Right? So hopefully you find some value in this one. Alright? And yeah, if anything else, I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, because this is just, I'm gonna drop more videos again, so you guys can like actually find more value from this. So just let me know. Alright, see you in the next one.